A little bit. I mean, you're always wanting players to get the full complement of reps through the week. Tyrod, though, that said, he's built up a tremendous amount of reps and muscle memory, timing with the receivers. You saw him out there throwing yesterday with the receivers, so I don't worry about it all that much because of the work he's put in up to this point in time. Yeah, right. Just feedback and how he's feeling, the pain, his ability to function. That's just like it is with most any position. It's just the give and take of the communication, really, and then being able to put my eyes on it and seeing him execute. I feel pretty good. Yeah, I feel pretty good. There's a bunch of guys in that bucket, really, Matt, that they're progressing towards playing. We'll see again how today looks.
Would Cordy be in that bucket as well?
We'll see. He's going to be limited. I thought he made some good progress this week so far. So, Kyle, I would put a little bit on the further end, the upper end of that bucket, where he's, a little bit sore the other day. Expect him at this point to play. Right. I mean, I think every day he gets a little bit better. So it's like any injury. There's some soreness immediately after a game. And then as the week wears on, you get a little bit better each and every day. So our trainers do a good job with that too. Well, I'm not a doctor, and not to, kind of just move by the question, but we're not going to put him out there if it's something that he could hurt worse. There's always a case with anyone that things could take another hit in that area. We'll just see how it goes. Not that it's more of a general type of situation there. Well, there's positives in any experience you go through, and I think for Kelvin personally, just another situation of adversity that he's come through, and that's a positive. He's an extremely mentally tough individual. He's bounced back before in his career. He's had moments where people have said, well, he's not this, he's not that, and now he comes through another one. I think that's just a credit to who he is as a person, which is good to see. Well, I think Nathan, the great thing about Nathan, one of the great things is he continues to be poised and composed, and has a great deal of balance in his life. He's steady, which is a little bit unusual for a young player, in particular at the quarterback position. When I say steady, I mean mentally. He's been through things before over the course of his career, over the course of his life, that have equipped him to handle different things now in his life. That we all know you get tested in this league. We've talked about it at the team level, what happens. So he's done a good job up to this point, and I'm confident he'll continue to do a good job. I would say overall that really just mature approach. He's got a set of core values that really steady him, as well as great support from his family, his wife, and at that position you can really be. It's the center of attention for every team. So he's done a nice job there. Yeah. Well, I think in the context of the question that he was asked. He gave a rightful, honest answer, and I understand that part of it. He was the one on the ground. He's the one with the child. So I can empathize and understand that. To your question, really, Vic, we have moved forward, and we play a game in 2.5 days here. So we have to be focused on the Indianapolis Colts, and the rest of his response was such that he was moving on and had moved on. So, in a similar response, like I shared earlier, Joe, it's because of his foundation and where he is as a person off the field. I don't worry about that maybe as much as I would with some other players. I think that these moments, our players will use these because of who they are. Will use these to the betterment of themselves, and eventually for the betterment of our team moving forward. You go through things in life just like you go through things during the course of your NFL career. I go through things during my first year as a head coach that are valuable lessons, valuable learning opportunities to make me better, and I'm sure that Tre'Davious will look at himself and say, hey, this is only going to make me better. It's only going to drive me more towards my goal and what I'm trying to accomplish.